What's up, guys? It is Grit Week, and thank you to SeatGeek, the grittiest ticket company out there. We have a special promo code for you this week.
It's promo code GRIT. So we're going to double it down. It's not $10 anymore. You get $20 off your first ticket order at SeatGeek. Use promo code GRIT.
You download the app, hit the me icon, and you put in promo code GRIT, $20 off on us.
You're welcome. Love you guys.
We now welcome on Coach Doug Marrone. We are sitting in the Jaguars stadium. Thank you for having us. It is Grit Week, so we start every Grit Week interview with the same question. How do you define grit?
Oh, for me, it's very simple, and we talk to our players about it all the time. It's about, being relentless. We talk about intensity. We talk about, maniacal work habits and going about it, determination, teamwork, all those things, toughness, hardness about ourselves. Those are the things that we describe grit to with our players.
How do you know if you're like out there looking at a rookie or a free agent that might be coming in? How do you identify grit, or is that something you can build in a rookie? You say, okay, he's got the tools, we'll get him in, and I'm just going to smack him around for a while.
I like that, smack around for a while. But anyway, I think you can tell from the film when you watch them in college, just how they play. Are they guys that finish? Are they playing, to the echo of the whistle? No, that we'll use that. But I think a lot of it for me is really what I hear. Meaning when the practice starts and the pads are on, I can hear grit without actually having to see it. And sometimes during the the 9-on-7 drills, when we're getting in there and the real physicality of this game, goal line or short yardage, there'll be a time which I can't do during the season, but I'll just kind of close my eyes and listen. And say, okay, was that a good play for grit? Was that a good toughness play? No matter what the results are, when we're practicing against each other, I can say, hey, listen, that's how we want it to look. That's how we want it to sound. I think you can hear
That's
it.
fantastic.
I love it. It's like dogs can hear certain frequencies and whistles.
Yeah.
You can actually hear grit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Are you on Coughlin time?
Yeah.
Everybody is.
Have you ever broken it?
Never.
By the way, have you been skipping leg day?
What's that? No. No.
Honestly, your legs are like the size of my waist. I'm not even joking. I'm not. That's not hyperbole.
Your knee scar is bigger than my entire leg.
And my butt's actually bigger than my legs.
Yeah, you got that.
It's something I'm working on, which I do love food.
You ever
Yeah,
hear
I
of
love food
ketosis?
as well.
We'll get you on ketosis.
Well,
this whole thing.
I mean,
it totally works.
It's a perfect time to bring up. You love food, but you love terrible food because you're a big bologna guy.
I love bologna. Why is it terrible? Who labeled it terrible?
Now, when you say
Who labeled it terrible? That's what I want to know.
When you say you love bologna, you are underselling this because you said that you think that you have eaten more bologna in the entire world than anyone else.
I really believe that, at least at my age. I can say that for sure.
I mean, bologna's gross. It's good every now and then, but for a consistent
First of all,
go-to?
Tad, do I have to continue with this interview? He is attacked. I feel like I'm being attacked right now.
bologna attack.
PFT, you got to help me now.
I agree that it's a perfect football guy meal.
It's
because
a good
there's no
meal
frills
every now
about
and
it.
then, yeah.
No,
but it's
no
your
frills.
go-to?
You know, it's my go-to.
It's your go-to.
It's my go-to. Whenever I want to feel good, I eat bologna.
That's so weird.
Why is it so weird?
I mean, I agree. I love the idea of a football guy just concentrating on everything else so much that he doesn't have time to worry about a fancy meal. Just like put a bologna sandwich with some mustard on my plate. But to say that it's a delicious treat, do you actually think it's delicious?
Let me tell you. Here's what happens. In the morning, I can go out, throw some bologna, just eat it plain. I do the roll-up principle, where you roll it up, and I can even roll things inside it. I can roll American cheese inside it, and when I'm on my, the carb kick, not having carbs, I can do that and stay away from the bread.
Yep.
Okay. Or I can put the bread on it. Or, like, my big thing is, one thing about bologna, you can make it last longer than its real value on like the refrigerator value.
Yeah, when it gets spoiled.
Well, I don't know about spoiled, because I think spoiled is a little bit different for some people.
Yeah.
So for me, it's this film that gets on it, and once I see the film starting to get on it, which doesn't necessarily happen because I eat so much of it, I fry it.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Bingo.
And once I fry it, I kill all that bacteria,
Oh,
and I
my
still got a
God.
great meal.
I-
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack.
You are so fit to survive like a nuclear holocaust. You can just eat bologna for the rest of your life.
I could, if someone said, "What's the one food you're bringing in that bunker?" Simple, bologna.
Here's a good question. Do you think that you could physically dominate every other NFL coach?
Ooh, no, I don't know. There's a couple of guys that you got to watch. The guys that don't talk too much, the smaller, shorter guys.
Mike Vrabel.
Yeah,
I think Mike Vrabel is
yeah.
probably the toughest. I was racking my brain there.
Yeah, Ron Rivera's a tough son.
Ron Rivera's a good one.
Right.
Here's a really good question. I know I asked a good one earlier, but this is really
really
good. Was Miles Jack down?
No.
Yeah, I agree. I cried when you guys lost. I saw Blake cry, and then you know how when you see somebody yawn and then you yawn? I saw Blake crying after the game, and then I cried.
Although he didn't actually cry.
He didn't cry. It
just
was water.
squirted water in his face by accident.
At one point, you said that you would like to run the ball every single play if you could. Do you still feel that way now that you have an elite quarterback in Blake?
Well, here's what
Best
happened.
quarterback in
So
the
someone says, you know, how many times would you like to run the football in a game? In my mind, I've never seen a team lose a game of football if they ran the ball every single time.
I haven't seen that either.
So that was
actually I have.
No.
PFT,
Army.
PFT played Madden, and he ran a fullback dive every single play, and he lost by like 40 points.
Yeah. But it was Madden.
It was Madden.
Right.
Yeah.
You
But
can
I
see
have
the
seen
physical
it.
grit
Yeah,
of wearing
you-
somebody down.
Exactly. The video game doesn't account for demoralizing the other
Yes.
team by
Exactly.
constant
Yes.
fullback dives.
Exactly.
You basically, I mean, you made Syracuse, which is not a football school, into a successful football program, and you did it with Buffalo, and you've done it with Jacksonville. How do you come into a place like that where the culture might not be a winning culture and change that?
Well, I think my philosophy has always been with the coaching aspect is to develop the person first before you develop the player. I want to be able to help them grow in any way I possibly can off the football field, whether it's what they do in the community, what they're doing in their family stuff. I want to be there to support them because I do feel that is a responsibility for us as coaches, not just the win and losing. Yes, is that what we're judged on? Absolutely. I get that part of it. But if that's all I'm judged on, when I leave this game, I would like to know that, hey, listen, I've done some value, or I've instilled some value in some people that, you know, have helped them along the way. I think what's happened in this game, and I think the way the computer is and the young kids nowadays or people coming up, is that we're pushing forward the schematics of the game, and they are important, but we're kind of losing touch of, you know, the basics, the foundation of this game, which I believe in, because the greatest love I have is not NCAA or the emblem that I wear or NFL or things of that nature. My greatest love outside of my family is the sport of football and everything that it's taught me and my friends that are around me, and that's what I truly believe.
That was a great football guy.
That was a really good fight. I just love the sport of football, too.
I have a question for you about your time in Buffalo that everyone wants to know. How cool is Kyle Orton?
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, I do too.
I got a great Kyle Orton story.
Let's
go.
go.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. So we're playing Detroit, all right? And he's bringing us, you know, on this winning drive. And we wound up winning. We wound up running a play, and the clock stops. We have no timeouts. It's like it's going to be like a 52 or 54 yard field goal. Okay, and I'm like, shit, I gotta get 5 more yards. You know, I gotta get this. So, you know, he comes over the sideline. He's looking at me like, okay, let's just go kick this ball and end this game. I'm like, no. Here's what we got to do. We've got to figure out a way to get this ball aside. Here's the play we're gonna go. Hey, just turn, throw it. If he's open, let's get him. Get the 4, 5, 6 yards, and let's go, and it'll help us, right? So he's like, you know, he gives me that face. Face. I know it. I picture in my mind the Kyle Orton face. Like, you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When he looks at you, you know, he's thinking, you know, Coach, you're an idiot right here. So they line up, they protect the sidelines. He took the ball, he threw it, and he threw it like right at me on the sideline over my head. And he just walked over. He goes, guess we're going to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Then he runs on the field. We kick the winning field goal and win the game. Dan Carpenter kicks it. And I just remember myself, I just think it was one of those moments that a lot of people on the outside don't see.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like, I knew when he went back in that huddle and we told him what we want to do, I'm like, he's not going to do this shit.
That's awesome.
He's not doing this stuff. You know?
All right, we have this special question for the entire Grit Week. It's the Lisa question. You put in Grit Week, promo code Grit Week, you get $160 off a mattress. So Lisa's our great mattress company. The question is, do you dream about football?
Absolutely. You know, every time we're going through something or I'm watching a play, I'm visualizing how's that play going to turn out on Sunday. The night before the game, I'm actually going through the game in my mind. And, you know, I wish that it would occur, the results would occur like I dreamed, and
Yeah.
we'd be in great shape.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you guys have built something special, and I feel like this year, most teams, they have to go through that kind of adversity, go through the trials of playoffs to then get to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, why is it like that? Why
I
can't
don't
you
know.
just show
It's
up
true.
and just go and be
Yeah.
like, man, what,
Because
Bullshit.
you learn more
Yeah.
from failing at something than you do from succeeding.
Yeah.
They tell you it takes like more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
Mhm.
So if you're really unhappy for a long time, you get jacked up.
Are you guys like working to become coaches or something, like with all these sayings?
No,
that
we're
you
just
guys say?
we're
I just-
stealing
I-
all.
You feeling it?
We've
You're feeling
just-
it.
yeah.
By
You're feeling me.
osmosis, we've
Yeah.
hung out with enough football guys.
Exactly.